Welcome back, race fans. This is a bit of a different one. We're back at Curborough, the second day of a two-day weekend, and we find ourselves pitted against Ferraris. So the lowly TR6 up against three Ferraris. This version of Curborough is the figure of 8. I've not done that before. I've only done the 2-lapper, which was on my previous video. Everyone says they prefer driving the figure of 8. Here's the Triumph boys, Resplendent, TR3A, TI4, TR4 and my TR6. All looking pretty fantastic. I am a little bit biased. I do think that I'm quite lucky for my dream car to be a TR6, which are relatively inexpensive to buy. And I'm guessing that everyone else is racing their dream car. Whether that be a TR4 or a TR3 or what have you. This guy in his GT6, Triumph GT6. There's Glenn Shaw in his Nissan 350Z. A beautiful Mark 1 Escort. And I think all these cars probably, little MG there, represent someone's dream car. And we were quite fortunate to be joined by the Ferrari Hill Climb Club on this event. And so we've got a real good batch of different age Ferraris, all competing up against us, which is a bit of a treat really, because they are pretty amazing looking supercars. And so that really made me wonder, how would the TR6 compete against three of these Ferraris of different eras? You would think really that the TR6 would be well and truly beaten. And so it'd be very interesting to see how we do compete on a reasonably tight, twisty track, which I've not done before. So we know about the TR6, of course, my dream car. 1969 to 76, mine's a 1971, 2.5 litre, straight 6. Originally fuel injection, mine's got carbs. Top speed, around 120 mile an hour, originally 0 to 60 in 8 seconds. Obviously mine has had a souped up engine, so it's a bit faster than that. But, an everyman sports car from back in the day. Not a supercar by any stretch of the imagination, not supercar budget and not supercar spec. So how is that going to fare against the likes of Ferrari Dino, produced from 1973? V8 engine, 3 litre mid-engine, 255 horsepower, 7,700 revs, 4 Weber carbs, top speed 155 miles an hour. Pretty awesome. Or the slightly newer 75 to 85 era 308 GTB. This is the Magnum PI car. He had the soft top version for those of a certain age. Again, 3 litre V8, 250-ish horsepower, 0 to 66.7 seconds. Or the slightly later 85 to 89, 328 GTB, 3.2 litre V8, 270 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds, top speed of 163 mile an hour. Quite a performance car really. So if we put those cars into this table, obviously the newer 328, 270 brake horsepower, most powerful, then down to the 308 and the Dino 308, and then the lowly TR6, 150 brake horsepower. Mine's actually got 220 brake horsepower because I've had that engine build. 0 to 60 times, again, the newest car, faster than the other cars. Mine undoubtedly is the slower 0 to 60. Top speeds, again, the newer car's the fastest. Mine's definitely the slowest. Okay, just a quick ad break here. Just going to request that if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel. YouTube works on subscribers, and I really would like some help off YouTube in my racing endeavours. At the moment I get none, so if you wouldn't mind just hitting that subscribe button, it's free of charge to you, and it will help me sort my car out, keep racing, keep making great videos, and hopefully entertaining you. Thanks very much. So here we go, time run 1. I've done a practice lap tentatively, first time round the figure of 8. So I'll talk you around my time run 1 run, and then we'll move on to the second run. We only got 2 runs on this day, that's it. So unlike the day before, we had 6 runs in total. This is just 2 time runs. So I really didn't get a chance to perfect my lines, my technique, which, you know, I'm giving the Ferraris every chance to beat me. So here we go, waiting for the car to come back, and you know, really geeing myself up as usual to attempt to pull out a lap on cold tyres out of the bag, on a layout that really I'm not familiar with. But this is sprinting and hill climbing, some would say the ultimate test, and for a rookie it's a big test. Maxing it out around here, turn in. This is similar to the other layout, the first part. So we're going up the left hand side of the track. I know I've got to keep this tight. Up to the hairpin. It's all the same so far. And floor it down, but this time we're going to take this right across the figure of 8 now. So this is new territory. This slightly off camber, this, so it's a little bit tricky to work out how much power. And you've got this very sharp back left here. And you're up here and then crossing over again on the figure of 8. It's a little blind actually when you approach it, but suddenly it opens up. Then you back round the top. And then floor it down straight. Then a second overdrive, bit of third, over the line. So 72.68 seconds. I actually trimmed a couple of seconds off my practice run. The practice was the very first time I'd ever done that layout. So yeah, reasonably happy, not a lot to compare it with really, but that's the benchmark. Obviously we're going to get one more time run after this one, so not a lot of opportunity to improve it. See how we go. You can see what that run looked like. Hamish very kindly videoed me, so here I come, around the first corner. Round the chicane. Almost disappearing out of sight around the foliage. Let's round the hairpin at the top. Then I've come down, crossing figure of 8, back round this corner the other way. Possibly a bit of a wide line in, looking at it now. Then up there and across the figure of 8 again. Back up to the hairpin. And then down the finishing straight. .88 mile an hour across the line. Boom. Cheers, Hamish. So this is it, second and final run of the day. So this is my last chance to improve. Can I go fast enough to beat some Ferraris? So there we go, trimmed half a second off actually, even with the missed third gear change. Probably could have had a second off that actually without that problem, but anyway, that's it, 72.26. Is it good enough to beat those Ferrari boys? Here they are on the right. Do they look happy or sad? So just a reminder, here's the four cars competing against each other in this video. The 328, most powerful, newest car at the top of the tree. 308, Dino, and then the lowly TR6 at the bottom. So that's the order I think I would expect them to come out in. So we'll see what happened in reality. So I did a 72.26 seconds, my best run in the TR6. I think I can improve upon it, but that was it on the day. The Ferrari Dino 308, 1974, similar age to the TR6, 74.41 seconds. So actually a couple of seconds slower than the TR6, surprisingly. 308 GTB, the Magnum car, 72.83. So just half a second slower than the TR6. So we actually beat Magnum PI. Amazing. And nice looking car that. And the newest one, 328 GTB, 78.33. So we were 6 seconds quicker than that one. So at the end of the day, quite a surprising result, to say the least. Here's the runners. You see the times against each car. I certainly wouldn't have predicted it. I don't think many would really. The TR6 really standing up very well for itself, even with me as the driver. It's a definite weak point. And placings on the day then. TR6 first, 308 GTB second, Dino 308 third, 328 GTB fourth. Not the order my table suggested it would come out at, but you know, that's racing for you. A lot of variables. So I think it just goes to show that, you know, your dream car, while it might be a Ferrari, it doesn't have to be a Ferrari, and you can live the dream just as I'm doing. And hopefully you're enjoying watching that dream. If you are enjoying watching me attempting to become a racing driver and fix my crash damaged TR6, etc., it would be great if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already. really help the channel and help me to continue to create some hopefully great content and, you know, keep pushing the boundaries. Thanks for watching, and watch out for the next one.